I'm eating this cake.
Yeah.
Is it echoing here, by the way?
No, you sound beautiful like you always have.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hello, and thank you very much for downloading this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. You can download many more episodes at movieguyspodcast.podbean.com.
I don't know if this movie deserves bad ratings. I don't know why Disney is deciding, hey, we have nothing to do. Star Wars is a failure and Marvel's starting to stink. So let's do live action remakes. I don't get why we're here. Eric, how the hell you doing?
Oh, I think you know why it's here. It's because it does well. It's successful.
Is it?
Sure is. Isn't Lion King one of their most successful remakes ever? And I mean, Aladdin was. It may not be critically a success, but hold on, let me get the box office here.
I would think Beauty and the Beast live action would be like
Yeah,
a big
budget
one, right?
budget is estimated about a quarter bill, and worldwide it took more than half that. So it took over 500 million. So most certainly it made double its money back. Or
Hmm.
I'm sorry, yes, it made its money back.
Hmm.
No, double. Jeez, and then some. That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
So it's a success. These movies are going to keep coming, and these spin-offs and all this expanded universe stuff is going to keep coming because people pay to see it.
Well, my wife told me that they're making an Aladdin 2, and I was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, they're making Aladdin 2 live action." I was like, "Is Will Smith gonna be in it?" Like, why would they make it? I mean, that's a joke, but it's also kind of true. Like, why?
What if they made it Chris Rock?
It's
uh,
funny because it's like 2 years later. That's
well,
funny.
I wish I had a Chris Rock impression that I could just, hey, Aladdin. No, that's
I
geez.
think I think Steve Carell did that years ago in The Office. Uh, so no, yeah. So today we're talking about the Little Mermaid, as you guys can see. Is okay. So right off the bat, Eric and I were not going to go see this in theaters. I'm glad I made him laugh on that one. We were not going to go see this in theaters. My daughter did with grandma, and when grandma dropped Riley off this summer at home, and I said, "How was Little Mermaid, Grandma?" She went, not good." I mean, that's somebody who doesn't like movies at all, right? So I was, you and I were going back and forth on this, and I was like, "Hey, once it gets on Disney Plus, we'll review it, right?" So that's why we're here reviewing it now because of Disney Plus. So the movie came out in '89, right? So the original, right? And this movie is well, not this one, but Little Mermaid '89 was said to kind of kickstart saving Disney, right? Well, we
Sort of
kind of want to talk.
the Renaissance, right?
Yeah, because before the Little Mermaid '89 came out, they were in the tanker. I think I read somewhere, I don't know where, but they were on the verge of declaring bankruptcy, which I believe. And then Little Mermaid came out, and then after that was Aladdin and the Lion King. Those three just like took it over.
Yeah, if we want to get into the Disney Renaissance of it, most certainly. But yeah, the age of animation really just peaked at that point, and boy, did it capture an audience, right? Like two generations. Obviously, it caught like maybe the parents that grew up with maybe some fairy tales like those, because they were inspired by fairy tales, right?
Right.
And kids who got to kind of see these stories in cartoon form. Who didn't
Right.
like these movies as a kid?
Well, yeah, right. I think you and I had the fancy VHS boxes, right? That they
Oh yeah,
with
we I had the
kind of
original
like books.
with the phalluses on them.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Sure, I don't think somebody actually purposely. I know what you're
What
talking
was it
about.
the priest that got them married, or that has a an erection?
Allegedly, yes, yes, all that nonsense. No, this movie was big. I was 2 years old when it came out. I probably saw it around that time, and I watched it in my kid years, and I haven't revisited probably. Oh, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, the original, since Riley's been around.
It's
Um,
certainly the music that dominates the
yeah.
popularity, though, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I think I actually showed Riley this like a year or two ago when they announced that they were going to. Because this thing's been in development hell for a little while. They've been saying this thing was going to be made like 4 years ago.
Yeah, there was a bit of Well, that's the other part too. I think that the marketing or the buzz rather from the industry was really taking off more than maybe Disney wanted it to. Like, because casting was focused on this even before the movie. I mean, obviously it was greenlit and they were going into production, but to get that in depth and follow along, that seems to be the new standard now, especially with like superhero movies.
Snow White coming out.
Yeah, it seems to be the new thing is like these leaks, and it makes it seem like it's free advertisement, free buzz, right? That these everything is a leak now. Oh, exclusive. You're not supposed to see it, but it's really
Mhm.
just the start of their year-long campaign.
Right. I will say right off the bat that doesn't matter the race of the woman that they had with Ariel. She's not the problem.
As
Her
long as
race
as
or
long as
her
the
is not the
man is
problem.
white, right?
She's not the problem. I mean, I even said it back then. I mean, like, people were upset. Let's just call it out, right, to a professional way. Like, people were upset because of her race, and it's like Little Mermaid's supposed to be white and red hair. Oh, okay, like it's whatever, right? People got all upset when Heath Ledger was Joker, and look what we got. I'm not saying that she was going to be that kind of a icon, but let's just see what they got, right? They're playing characters, so. I've had discussions for years about this before it came out. I didn't care.
No, yeah,
Um,
thank you, Jordan.
I, I,
As you shouldn't.
I don't care. It's a children's movie, so she's not the problem. Um, this movie is pretty to look at. I would say this would be on par with Way of Water this year, right? Because we're in water, but it was very pretty to look at. The rest of the movie's the problem, not the mermaid herself.
Sure. This was CGI heavy at parts, and you could kind of tell when they wanted to take shortcuts. I don't blame them for it. There's, again, a lot of editing and post-production that needs to be done in this movie. I think Avatar did it better because they obviously had a lot longer, and it's
Right.
James Cameron, and it looked prettier to me. But I understand. Yeah, they both looked very pretty and colorful, bright and vibrant, and everything was fast moving for the most part.
Right. So I mean, okay, so now we're in the live action movie. Here we go. The live action movie is out, and I mean, I'm just gonna be it's just gonna be a complaint show. I'm sorry for those who download this episode, but what do you expect from two dudes almost 40 years old reviewing Little Mermaid here? Give me a break.
To be honest,
But
it's just kind of like I don't really have a whole lot to say about it
oh, I have a lot to
because
say.
really I found it okay. So we've already stepped that we've or established that we're fans of the original,
Sure.
and I feel like this is just kind of the same thing but live action. I've seen enough theater to know that this is just theater. This is just a movie about a play, about a movie, about a story. I've said it once already, and I think I like the way that it sounds. That's really what this is. Same with Beauty and the Beast, and same with Lion King, because both were Broadway musicals.
I'm gonna say that
So was
this
Aladdin.
re I'm gonna say that the Little Mermaid is in the same category as Lion King. I actually like Aladdin more than Lion King. I think Lion King, the live action, if you will, live action Lion King, is god awful. There was no reason for that to be made. Um,
the
but I
the
would.
real animals creep me out.
Well, it's not. They're not even real animals. There's no. It's all CG.
Well, but you know what I mean. Like the
Yeah,
lifelike
yeah. It's
flounder
just
was kind
it's.
of weird.
Oh, for this one, okay. I was gonna bring that up, right? So what I hate is flounder. What I hate is what Scully. Scully is that is no longer a seagull, but now was a diving bird. I had to Google that. Okay, so we're gonna be going all over the part, but everybody knows that the seagull, the dingle hopper, right? The seagulls
Scuttle.
scuttle. Thank you. And he's a seagull. That's it. I keep on saying that word. In this movie, this bird dives, and talks to Ariel under the water. And I was like, does it have gills? Like, well, how is this happening? And I was like, what is this? So then I Googled it, and this is a diving bird. I guess it could happen. By the way, I'm
Yes.
sorry, everybody. So I'm watching this movie with my family, and we get the new Scuttle, this diving bird, right? I want everybody who hasn't seen this, imagine this. You get this beautiful ocean. You got the mermaid Ariel swimming with Flounder. Eric, what is Flounder? He's a
Fish.
fish. So here's the mermaid swimming with Flounder next to him, right? Scuttle comes in and just takes a fish, devours it, and swims back down. And I just pause the movie and I go, he just ate one of Flounder's brothers right in front of them. And nobody's saying anything about this. And I'm just laughing because it's like, oh my God, like, now, I feel like you're not giving me a bigger reaction than I thought.
No, because I agree with you completely. Also, I'm looking at the bird.
Stupid.
Northern gannet? Is that what it is?
It's a diving bird, is what I.
It did. I'm laughing because Disney got you to Google and learn about the bird.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
While it ate one of Flounder's fish brethren.
But no, totally, I
Right?
get that. Like this, I think I was asking is, what do the mermaids eat?
I have other questions too about what the mermaid. I was asking, why does she have breast? And this is a serious conversation I had with my wife. I was like, hey, why does Ariel have a seashell bra? She's like, well, she has breast. Okay, but is she technically a mammal? And she goes, well, yeah, she's half human. But that doesn't mean you're a mammal. So that they lay eggs, and if they lay eggs, then why does she have breasts? Because we all know what breasts are supposed to be on mammals.
Okay, you're digging real
No,
deep
I'm
here.
asking though, why? That's a good question.
Yep, I know. I understand. I understand that you are asking those questions, but yep, this is where we just got to put make believe into the conversation here, Jordan, and just say this is a fantasy creature.
Okay.
And you know
Did
what?
you
In
ask
that
what
case,
she ate?
are there people that are, fish top, human bottoms?
I think Family Guy did that. So this woman who plays Ariel, is this her voice in the songs, or is this just lips? I mean, like, is this not her singing? Do we know? Because she sounded almost like the OG one.
Hal Bailey? Yeah, no, this is her.
This is her
I would
singing?
imagine it would be her singing. I would be surprised if it wasn't. She's classically trained. She's a very good singer.
Hal Berry. Oh, her parents weren't
Bailey.
original. Bailey. Oh, okay. Halle Bailey. Berry. Okay, gotcha.
Do you
Wow,
know
her
about her and her sister? Do you know about where she comes from?
Like Obama, Kenya. I don't know.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you like that?
No, her and her sister are Chloe and Haley, X Haley, whatever. They had a few hits maybe, but I knew them because
Oh, they're singers.
they're singers and actors. They were part of like Grownish and Blackish, or no, yeah, Grownish is the spinoff of Blackish, and they just start in it, but the kids are different. Anyway,
In both shows, they started in both shows.
no, they were in Grownish, but it
Oh,
was
Grownish.
it was
Okay.
a spinoff of the other.
Blackish. Okay.
And I Beyonce is the one that discovered them, basically.
Oh.
And then
Okay.
they went
Are
viral.
they teenagers?
She's 20. They're both 23, or no, she's 23.
Okay, so they're in their early 20s. Okay.
And their sister's 25. Yeah, so they're just.
Okay, so she's a known singer. She's an actress, so she is doing this. I had no problems with her songs. I mean, she sounded legit. Even when she did the whole rock thing, I was like, okay, here's the moment, right when she's supposed to hoist herself on the rock and the water's supposed to splash around her. I was like, here we go. Is she gonna belt it out? And I was like, okay. I didn't like again, I'm nitpicking. I don't know why, because in the cartoon the camera pans back when she does that lift on the rock. In this movie, the camera decided to turn to the right for some reason. But Javier Bardem is what? Bardem? Why are you making fun of me? It's Javier Bardem.
You're good. Keep going.
What's his name there? I'm not gonna move on.
Javier
Bardem, right?
Yes, Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem.
Skyfall guy.
Yes.
Yeah. He is King. What? Titan.
King Triton. Yeah.
King Triton. Why is he in this? This could have been anybody.
Yes, this could have been anybody.
Anybody. I could have done this role.
There's again the other part is that I really do think that Disney is remaking a lot of these movies for a few reasons. One, because of their kind of racist past. Walt Disney doesn't have the greatest track record in that part, and all those movies that you were talking about during their renaissance are horribly whitewashed. There's really not a whole lot of POC anywhere in any of that. Maybe besides some stereotypical ones that were before that, which is again probably another blemish that Disney would like to get rid of. I'm talking about Dumbo, or
Ah, yeah, we reviewed that. I was very angry that day.
I never seen
No,
a house
because
fly. Okay.
I just say that Tim Burton movie. Nice. No,
Well, but
come
I
on.
was saying that a big reason why they are doing. Look at the casting for all of these movies. I feel like they're trying to make it more inclusive, and because of that, that's not a problem. But they feel like they need to have a quota now, and it's almost kind of I don't know, to the point where it's just like, come on, Disney. It doesn't have to be that apparent that you're just like, okay, one of that country, one of that country, check, check, check. We got we got everyone. We missing anybody? And it's just, I don't know. It just seems kind of like you're trying too much. Is that what it is?
But correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the original story like from the Netherlands or Denmark or something?
So there's the argument for a lot of it too, is that like, well, it's regional, like yeah, if you're taking place in Germany, which I think Snow White is, right? Snow White and Briar Rose are supposed to be in the dark
Right.
forest. It's like, yeah, there's not going to be a whole lot of Chinese people living in that part of Germany. So
Right. Well, I mean, like,
I get it, but it's not, you know what I mean? Like it's
yeah, I get what you're saying. I just don't know why you're gonna cast Javier. I mean, Javier. I like him as an actor. I like a lot of his movies that he's in.
Javier.
Uh, I just wish he wasn't in the movie. I'm not saying he did a bad job. It's just I'm just watching his performance. I'm like, why are you here?
I'll say he did a
Like,
bad job. He was dry as toast.
and he was in water. No, I'm just
But
don't know why anybody could have played this role. The sisters didn't have a role, just like the cartoon. Flounder looks like crap.
yeah, and Sebastian kind of was weird too.
Sebastian pissed me off. I mean, like, is it because we're used to the cartoony Flounder and the cartoony Sebastian that we wanted that? I mean, I don't know. Like, were we pissed off with Beauty and the Beast when they did, the clock and the candle dude? Like,
Well, here's the thing: is that like, I guess the reason why I'm probably thinking too much into it, but again, if you're going to go realistic, if this crab and fish are, I'm supposed to believe that they are real and that a mermaid can talk to them. I would imagine as well that their lifespans and their role in the food chain would apply to this world as well, too, right? I mean, it would seem, oh, or does if you here's some other questions, like can she talk to all the fish? Is it all the crabs, or is it just these two that are special? Did Triton like give them, magic spells or something like that, or are they mermaids that made a wish and and they turned into eternal crab and fish.
why are we asking these questions in the original
Well,
though?
because
It's a
it's a
cartoon.
cartoon, and I'm can suspend my belief because this is supposed to be just completely well, it's a cartoon. So if you were to make these two characters more cartoony, I
Hmm.
feel like it would be a little bit easier for I don't know to be playful with. Like the whole movie is made to be playful, right? But again, they're going for the realism, and in
Yeah, I don't like it. Flounder looks bad.
yeah, it's like give him make him a cartoony a little bit more. Give him cartoon eyes instead of fish eyes.
Yeah, they gotta do something, right? They gotta make him more Nemo-y,
Yeah,
if you will.
like a
You know,
Roger Rabbit. Like try to do something interactive
cartoon.
like that. Maybe not even that cartoony. Like
Uh,
a
just
nice mix
maybe we should melt him in the toxic waste in the movie and see what happens. Or
as dip.
dip. That's funny. A lot of
Oh
guys in the
no,
factory who worked with that dip. Um,
it's a
uh,
dip.
it was just toxic waste, right? That's what it was.
It's not like turpentine and
It was
like a
something.
mix of stuff. Probably, to be honest, he probably made some stuff that would have killed you by smelling it. Some
Yeah, I
weird
would imagine so.
ammonia. Yeah.
Okay, so the opening of the movie is not so different compared to the original, right? But I am going to gripe because the original movie's what, not even an hour 30, and this movie's over 2 hours. So it's like, have they added 30 more minutes of extra scenes? Maybe. Or they're just dragging this. There's no reason for this to drag. But a highlight for me right off the bat is actually, just like from the original cartoon, the shark chase is kind of fun. Shark chase is cool. I mean, we've seen a lot of shark movies, right? This shark didn't look terrible.
Yeah.
I thought it was done well for what it was. I didn't have a complaint about the shark chase. No complaints with that. We get into King Triton and the sisters and blah 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 blah. But then I want to move. Well, no, we got to move to the prince. To now, my wife tells me because I haven't
Say
seen the
his
original
name.
couple of years. William
No,
Henry?
the prince in this movie.
Yeah, William Henry.
Are you serious? You don't know what?
Eric, I'm almost 40. Do you think I 100% paid attention? I forgot the. I'm just asking. You?
Oh my God.
Eric.
Oh my
Prince
God.
Eric.
Yes.
What's his name? Prince William?
It's Prince Eric.
Oh, Prince Eric. Yes, true.
You're acting right now. You're acting right now. You're pulling my leg.
Me?
You're being a son of a bitch.
No, Prince Eric.
I can't tell if you're joking right now. You telling me that for 30-something odd years you didn't know that?
I'm going to let you believe whatever you want to believe and let the audience decide. Prince Eric is here.
You should see the look on his face right now, everyone.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm smiling. You don't know. And
I obviously shared a name with a Disney prince. And,
I'm an enigma.
And it was awesome growing up for a little bit, I guess, when it was popular. Because,
right.
Prince Eric, whoa, that's an easy one.
I'm surprised you didn't get any girls.
And then I got glasses.
Ooh, you did. You said that King Triton was dry as toast. I'm going to say Prince Eric was dry as toast. This guy sucks. Who's this guy?
Oh, it's just
this guy's supposed to be dreamy. I was more excited. I was more excited when NSYNC rejoined on the VMAs the other night.
Hey, Jonah Hauer King.
Who's never going to act again. We're never going to review him ever again.
God, look at that man. Look at that man's jawline. He was in Little Women, a TV series, Dog's Way Home. Oh, he's not really in a whole lot.
No, he's not going to be in a whole lot either after this. This guy sucks.
Do you think that was him singing, by the way?
No, and I think you play better Eric than he does.
That's right. Thank you very much. I think the movie took so long is because we got to have the added backstory of Eric and his family. He's adopted.
Yeah, no. See, that wasn't in the original either, right?
Well, a lot of that backstory, of Eric's backstory, was not in the original, and I think that's wise because people were probably asking, like, why is Ariel attracted to this guy? He's just some dude who lives in a castle who seems to be very easily willed into almost anything. It's just okay, I'll do it.
Because princesses are attracted to princes, Eric. That's why.
Yeah,
what more logic do you need? It's a fairy tale.
Did you see those dimples? I don't need to say.
I know you're about the dimple. I just wish you had a chin butt.
Oh yeah, of course. Not with that hair.
That guy sucks.
If you have that, you're basically Henry Cavill. Then that's.
I'm just saying, if you're going to cast a guy,
should have got him actually as Prince Eric. Holy cow! Can you believe that? I could see everyone taking a look at him. King Triton's just like, yeah, you can go ahead and be a human, hon. Go ahead. We'll just.
It's silly, right? This guy's bad. So of course, same story, right? So she collects artifacts, when her dad says she's forbidden, blah, 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 blah. Now, I actually did get a chance to kind of listen, but also skim through the audio book, if you will. Do you know the original story?
No.
Okay, so everybody knows the legend that it's darker, right?
Okay. If you know it,
So
then please tell me. I cannot
okay,
wait to hear it.
so the short version of this, the Jordan version of this is mermaids are not allowed to go above land to be with to like see people and stuff until 18 years of age. All of her sisters have done it, and they come back with stories of just big stories of stuff that they've seen. She wants to do it. She finally does it. Of course, ship tops over. She rescues Eric. She falls in love, and Ursula, who is her
Aunt?
aunt in the original story. There's no like you lose your voice singing, he has to kiss you kind of thing. It's she pretty much like has to die in order for Eric to live.
Damn.
She has to like make the choice. She's like Ursula's like, hey, this guy that you're trying to save from drowning, I will save him from drowning, but in return, a life for a life here, bud. So then she chooses to sacrifice herself so Eric can live.
Oh, mermaids be crazy.
Right. That's the gist of it. That's my version of it. I'm sure people listening to us going, no, there's so much, but that's the gist. Yeah, Eric is dry. So I think you and I are both going to be in agreement in this, right? Let's talk about the highlight, Melissa McCarthy.
Let's talk about
Right, let's talk about it. Every time.
it.
It's a drinking game here, fans. Every time we say it, oh, you're going to get drunk.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's go.
Well, I'm drinking beer, drinking LaCroix. So Disney does one thing well with these live action movies, and they pick a character actor or just an actor that just makes sense for the role, right? Like Seth Rogen for Pumbaa just makes absolute perfect sense.
Sure.
And when they said Melissa McCarthy is Ursula, Eric, I was right there going, "This is great." I was excited for Beauty and the Beast because of what's her face, Emma Watson, right? Is that her name?
Yes.
I thought she would be perfect as Belle.
And it turns out she wasn't. Good night.
Yeah, she was okay. So are you in agreement with me on this one? I mean, like, do you think that Melissa McCarthy did an absolute great job as Ursula?
Oh yeah. Like, I think she does a good job in almost anything that she's in. To be honest, I might have a little bit of bias. I think she's fake. I think she's great. There's a few maybe actors and actresses that are out there that I could really say like, okay, I think she's obviously not every movie that she's been in has been a hit, and she tends to go to some safe characters of hers, but all over and all, she's a character actress. Her and like I don't know, like Kate McKinnon,
I
they
love me Kate McKinnon.
they can play it, and I think she did a great job.
Eric, you hated Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, she's in it.
What was that?
She's
What
the
was that one
star.
about?
That was her and Sandra Bullock, where they're mob wives and all their husbands go to jail, so now they run Hell's Kitchen as mob wives.
Did we review that movie?
No, but it was either I told you about it and you watched it, or vice versa, and it was one of our off-air conversations, and we did not like that movie.
Yeah, sure. Like I said, they're all not supposed to be
Yeah,
winners, and she probably played the same character in that movie as she did in what?
like Identity
Yeah,
Theft.
Bridesmaids.
You're
Just
right.
kind of like that pushy, you know, person. And you're just like, geez,
It's
all right.
coming out of me like lava.
Yeah,
Yeah.
inappropriate, crude person. But no, she looks good in this. She's born for stage, and this was a very much as closest to stage as you're gonna get.
Yeah. I really like her in this. I don't want to go too off on her, but I think that she's the highlight. I think she really owned the character. I think she was the only one that the director says just go do what you want, and I think she made it her own.
Well, there's the
I
thing
really
too, is
enjoyed it.
that when you're playing, like if someone says, "Hey, you're gonna play Sebastian or you're gonna play Flounder in this movie, Jordan," you're gonna kind of look at the original character and kind of play with it a little bit. I think she looked at Ursula, and it's just like, oh yeah, I can definitely play this. It seems like,
Perfect
oh
casting.
yeah, exactly. Who did Pat Carroll? That's her name. Is the original Ursula, and like that voice is so unique, right? Just
Yeah.
that
Oh,
smoker rasp. Do
Oh
that
God.
old, nurse from the
Yeah.
1940s. Just you can hear it. Had 8 kids. It's
Yeah.
great.
Works in a diner. You want some more coffee, hon?
Oh yeah,
Like,
so
oh yeah.
it's perfect voice for it. So, um, she can do it. She's got some pipes on her because you need to have
No,
a big voice for it.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked the animation with it. Um, the eels were not characters like I thought they would be. Also,
What's that?
a
Flotsam and
big
Jetsam.
a big plot hole that where I was like, okay, we're done for now. Because okay, let's be fair, it took me almost 3 nights to watch the movie. Um, what made me turn it off night one was, um, do the whole like stealing of the voice thing. You have 3 days for him to love you, blah blah blah, the kiss thing. And when she is drowning in the water, Ursula's laughing, and then she gets up, and Ursula says, "But I didn't tell her that she's not going to remember any of this." And
I can
I'm
almost
like,
hear the pinky to the
right? I'm like,
mouth.
why would you do that? Like from Ursula's just any bad guy. Why would you do that? Because in a few scenes later, Sebastian tells Ariel that when she's a human form, he's like, "Hey Ariel, this happened to you," and she's like, literally, she's like, "Okay," and forgets about it again.
It's the curse taking effect. Yeah, I thought that was a little weird too.
Why
I
add
thought it was
that?
weirder that Sebastian didn't even didn't even do charades, and he's just like, "Oh, she put a spell on you." It's just like, what, you got that from what? From a distant stare look, Sebastian? He is a gifted crab.
I want to know something real quick. When Ursula said that, is she trying to say that she's wiping Ariel's memory? Like completely? Like Ariel does not know who she is at all? Amnesia? Or just that instant in her life where she lost her fins?
It seemed like she put a block on that information completely to Ariel. At least that's when I heard when Sebastian was saying that, and she just kind of fell asleep. I'm gonna work on my Sebastian impression too. I think that was, oh no.
You know who he reminded me of?
I'm cracking myself up here. What's
You
that?
know who he reminded me of? Mario Van Peebles.
What's
The
that,
Jamaican
Jordan?
Mario Van Peebles, you know who that is?
No, who's that?
The Jamaican who Jamaicans more than Jamaicans ever could in Jaws for their revenge.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Think
Yeah,
about
one of those
yeah,
guys. Yeah.
think about that guy. That's exact floating in the shark's mouth going, "Oh man." Like that's exactly who Sebastian is in this movie. I mean, Eric, everything else from this point is standard, right? I mean, we've seen this, right? Courting her. Of course, we get the big reveal, right? The woman in the market who gives her a dingle hopper, a fork, is the real Ariel from '89. Oh,
Whoa. That's pretty
I
cool,
mean,
actually.
oh, you didn't know that?
No, once this movie was over, I turned it off.
Oh, okay.
And I did not proceed to Google it until just now before we did the show. I didn't need to, but like that's why I didn't need to do any more because I was fine before and I'm fine after. Is that
Yeah, no, like you don't see anything new after this, after the whole Ursula thing. Everything else is pretty much par for the course. I just don't understand why Disney's doing this. I mean, like it makes them look like they have no ideas, and when they have no ideas, they're buying properties, a la Marvel and Star Wars, and then look where that's gotten them.
so? I have a new perspective on life coming up, and one might affect movies. I would think that this movie is going to be a benefit because instead of having your kids sit there for an hour and a half, maybe, just maybe, they'll sit there for the full 2 hours. There you go. You get yourself
No,
an extra half an hour, bud.
I don't think so. I do that right now with my 7-year-old, and an hour is what you're gonna get.
Yeah, maybe it's wishful thinking.
It's total wishful thinking. I just don't know why they're doing
I don't
this.
know.
I
I
mean,
was
like,
watching movies as a kid, man. I sat down and I watched. What the hell are
yeah,
you feeding kids now where they can't even sit down for an hour? Or maybe are the movies that bad? How about that? I ask you that, Jordan.
no, it's because you and I didn't have internet or cell phones.
Touche.
That's why. Think about this: if we had what we had on our cell phones, if we had TikTok when we were 16, we would do anything else.
Yeah, I guess Nintendo kind of was still a rich man's toy.
I mean, we didn't have to use the internet to log into our Nintendo or Sega.
I mean,
So, that's what it is, right? I mean, like, I look at my 7-year-old who has an Amazon Fire tablet, and she's just as good as that as I am on my phone. So
so do you know why
it's
I like lo-fi music? It's because I had to listen to the TV guide for 10 minutes, listening to, or watching the thing just roll over and see like when Guts was going to be on next in Nickelodeon. I needed to see. It was just that
yeah.
same saxophone with those air, just like
You wanted Guts.
Phil
I wanted
Collins drums.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. That's what I wanted.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, I mean, like, it's the reason I'm not talking about the rest of it, Eric. It's just because it's really par for the course, right? We get Sebastian being chased by the Frenchiest French guy who ever French, but he's supposed to be, Dutch. Oh, papa, her. Yeah, I'm just like, okay, like, been there, done that. It's live action. I just wanted to get into the beginning parts of it because it's like, okay, how's this movie going to be different? And it's like getting into Eric's backstory. It's so unnecessary. We don't care. Nobody cares about Eric's backstory. If this guy was a better actor, then maybe I would care. If he was a dude on Bridgerton, bring one of those guys over. Those guys are heartthrobs, right?
No buttons on his shirts. I can tell you it was fine learning more about he had his own solo, and they added two more songs.
Yeah, his song was bad.
Yeah, there was a
I have feelings.
come find me.
Oh, I just want to be lost in the world.
It,
Ooh.
it was a
Like a,
decision. He was again fine. It was a song to fast forward through. No one's gonna stick around for that one. That's the bathroom break.
yeah, that guy's song sounded like "I Miss You" by Blink-182. Where are you?
But again,
It's-
he's fine. He just seems like like a naive person, just happy-go-lucky guy, which is fine because it's
right.
usually a woman in that role probably.
We never see a mermaid become vicious, like from what the sailors say in the beginning. Oh, they suck your souls out and all this kind of stuff, right? It's like, why? If you're gonna have this mythology that mermaids are these terrible creatures, then why not just show a mermaid doing that? All mermaids are good in this, besides Ursula, who's not a mermaid.
I mean, they have their separation. Yeah, who knows what the story? Oh well, yeah. His wife, her mom was killed by humans, right?
Right, but what did she do? Did she go up on the water and go, blah? I mean, we don't know. I mean, like, did she just happen to swim? Because remember, they get in the movie, dudes were going to harpoon a dolphin, and they're like, no, that's a dolphin. What are you doing? So was she just swimming, and somebody's like, oh, that's a mermaid. Yeah, I mean,
Ooh, yeah, maybe it was.
maybe was it an accident? I don't know, but it's not like she came up from the water and went, blah. I just,
Well, there you
so
go.
there's,
We want to know why she died. We want to
where's the
get
mother?
some motive. Yeah, that would have been, I think, a huge part of the story, Jordan.
You want to do a popcorn?
Before we do, what'd you think of Big Ursula?
I thought little Ursula, regular size Ursula CG was fine. Big Ursula CG needed to be touched up a tad,
Yeah,
especially with James Cameron. Needed
I
to touch.
well, there's the thing is that remember we watched The Flash, and it was just a whole lot of uncanny CGI, and that's what I felt like this one was, like some
Yeah, it
She-Hulk
was.
kind of CGI.
Yeah. Melissa McCarthy wasn't there for that, right? I mean, obviously. So it's like,
Seems like they just took a picture and just made her like a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man woman.
I'm sorry, it just popped in there. What popped in there, Ray? Ursula. She was so plump and juicy. What'd you think of Big Ursula?
It was, I guess, whatever. It's always a cool part of the movie, but it's whatever. I guess it's there. It really was heavy CGI though.
Eric, I'm serious, dude. As soon as she becomes a human, I'm checked out because I'm just like, how much longer do we got in this movie? The original ends 30 minutes before this movie ends. How much more crap are they going to give us? Just get to the beats. Like, come on. Like, I mean, what are they going to do? Are they going to do a live action Toy Story and make it 3 hours? Like,
Oh, that might be a thing. They're doing Toy Story football soon.
yeah, I know. Do you remember I told you about that sidebar real quick? Remember I told you about that on air a few weeks ago where like Riley was watching the hockey thing?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what you're going to see in football this year. It's gonna blow your mind, Eric. You'll be like, Aaron Rodgers pops his Achilles, and there's Woody on the ground for Aaron Rodgers flailing around. Somebody poisoned the water. There's a snake in my boot.
That's so.
That's gonna happen.
That's
What
gonna
happens?
be weird. When there's an injury in Andy's room.
Yeah, there's gonna be an injury and Buzz's eyes popping out of its socket.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, it's gonna be great. Slinky Dog is just destroyed.
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, have fun with that. Maybe we should do like a seg. We're not going to, but maybe we should do like a movie guys like football review thing as it's happening. And be like, all right, here comes Woody, and oh god, his head fell off.
That's gonna be. I cannot wait to see it. So.
Yeah. All right, popcorn ratings, right? It's not a bag of kernels. This is not Fast X or Halloween Ends. Do I want to go generic and just say a small bag? I mean, a buttery small bag of popcorn. Maybe. I'm tired of these live action Disney movies. I think Snow White's going to tank. I mean, I'm just not interested in Snow White at all. Like the publicity on this is bad. So I'm curious what the future is going to be. I don't think all the acting choices were terrible. I just don't think some of the choices were necessary. Like Javier. All right, there's no reason. I mean, just have a no-name guy. Melissa McCarthy was great. CG was good in some parts. CG was terrible in some parts. If you're gonna make a cartoony movie with Under the Sea, and by the way, the Under the Sea sequence kind of like made me feel like I was puffing on some LSD there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Those sea creatures were like, "Whoa, am I watching The Wall right now?" Yeah, small. A small. I don't want to rant on. A small. It's okay. It's not for me. Maybe it's for my 7-year-old. So, Eric, what's your popcorn rating for the 2023 Little Mermaid?
I probably would do it the same as a small. Like it's really just a fine movie. But it's a movie nobody asked for, and it just seems that Disney is so out of ideas that it's just redoing stuff because they know it works, and so they say, all right, well, we'll just keep on doing this because we know it's gonna make money, and we don't have to make anything original or new.
You do realize that they announced that they're doing Princess and the Frog.
They're doing
I
Moana.
want. Oh, okay, yeah, I heard that. Right, yeah, because The Rock's playing himself again.
I think that they're doing Frozen as well too, which is also a musical on Broadway.
Have you seen Princess and the Frog?
Yes, I've seen Princess and the Frog.
How are they going to do some of the voodoo? Oh, that's going to be.
That's going to be great. I do know that I enjoyed Princess and the Frog, and
you know exactly what this means. You know exactly.
The part where the prince, when he first ribbits in front of her, and he goes, "That's new," and so that usually, yeah, that was pretty funny.
Oh, that's gonna be so weird. Is this the flubber of movie eras, right? You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh god. I thought about this. So on Amazon Prime, Flubber is on.
Flubber because Flubber's a remake.
Right, but do you remember that movie? Of course you do.
Yeah, with Robin Williams. Again, it was a remake
Right.
of like something in like the 50s or something, right?
Right. And I would like to argue there was that point in time, like 98 to like 2000, where majority, not all, there's some good ones, but majority of movies were just garbage, just bad. Are we in the flubber era again? Like, is this just crap? I
Yeah.
mean, it just Little Mermaid. We're giving it a small bag, I think, because we don't see anything too terrible. But according to our scale, we don't recommend it. It's okay. It's not. We've seen worse. So it's like, is this crap city? Like,
No.
I don't know.
Oh, jeez, I need to pull up that thing. Yeah, I do very much believe that we're in kind of like a parody phase of movies right now.
Yeah, we need a Tarantino to come back again, right?
Yeah, so there's something original or else is going to have to take a after this. I wonder what will it will be. It's usually a theme, right? Like maybe a mobster movie or what were those tween movies, the survival movies?
Like Hunger Games.
Yeah.
You okay?
Well, I'm not, or like the Harry Potters, like
Mm.
that's usually doesn't that the rebirth? Oh, kind of in the cycle after parody is something original,
Mm.
some new trend thing that kind of catches on. So we'll see.
Something needs to happen. But yeah, this movie was boring. This review was not boring. I actually thoroughly enjoyed this review. This is a fun one for me. But the movie itself was boring. What's not boring is when you go to your app store and you download your favorite podcast app and you search Movie Guys Podcast. We're there. We're the popcorn with the headphones, right? Been around for 8 years, we have, Eric.
It's been a while.
Over 600 episodes deep. If you sit there and think, has Movie Guys reviewed this? I've done this before. If you go to our website, movieguyspodcast.podbean.com, and you go to the search tab and you just type a movie, we've reviewed it. I mean, there were some movies that I completely forgot. Like, we reviewed The Conjuring. I forgot we reviewed the very first one. Like, we just did like different retrospectives back in the day, like here and there. You know what I mean? Like, I forgot we reviewed Sharknado,
Oh boy.
if you remember that.
I think we did one of the Tremors movies as well.
We did all of them.
That's right, we did.
So it's just, yeah. So you can check us out on those platforms wherever you get your podcast from. Also, we're on Instagram, Movie Guys Pod. Check us out there as well. But thank you so much, Eric, for joining me on this week's episode. And like every Thursday, we'll be back next week with another awesome episode. Have a good night.
Oh, I wanted to tell you, I went into the garage, and in the above part of the garage, there's a bunch of sport equipment up there.
Oh,
Like a lot of sporting goods that not even playing against sports will take back.
good.
Talking like compound bows, a lot of snowboards, but like the booted custom boot ones. And there's a scooter up there, and I went and got the scooter as you do, get everything else. Oh, some sleds. When I got the scooter down though, the first thing you do is you ride the scooter. Of course, I got to test it out. I got to see if it's up to par, if it's still working. So here's the thing too, is that I had to close the garage door to get it. So it's just me in this garage.
Okay.
Well lit. I was able to, listen, to my credit, I did a lap. Okay.
Okay.
And after I did the lap, I noticed that the handlebar was actually backwards, and you could, do a spin at a full 360.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And so I put it the right way,
Right.
but I guess the right way was the wrong way,
Mm-hmm.
and it was slightly off center. And when I pushed, I went right real hard, and my body went left real hard.
Where'd you
And I
land?
felt on myself, on my body, on
No,
my
but
leg.
on a pot, on like pavement or a sidewalk, grass, and a bush.
Oh, it was in the pavement of the garage for sure.
Oh God. Oh, I bet you were hurting.
I just laid there for a moment, stared up at the sky, thought about everything up to this moment, what would happen? Just where am I? How did I get here?
I'm surprised you didn't call me. Hey, bud, what you doing? Oh, not much. What you doing, Eric? Oh, I'm lying on my back looking up at the ceiling. I fell on a scooter. Do you need me to drive up there to help you? No, just contemplating life. How you doing?
It was at this age, so you know how you do kind of like the robot reboot, and you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
let me flex this muscle. Let me see, bend this arm here. Okay, everything's still good. Everything's still,
Yeah.
diagnostics comes back. It's does the whole thing, and I don't think anything's broken. I would have known by
Well,
now.
no. If you, yeah, you would know by now. Plus, you can wiggle. Like 2
What can
years
I?
ago. Do you remember 2 years ago? Gina gave me for my birthday. My birthday's in January, right? And so for my birthday 2 years ago, Gina gave me a Milwaukee Brewers jersey, like an actual baseball jersey, and that's pretty cool. They butt in and stuff. And it was in the middle of January, and I wear it the next day, and I go out to my car and I slip and fall on ice. Right, but it was that
Yeah.
ice, but it was the ice where it was covered in snow, so you didn't see the ice.
Oh yes, the hidden
But
lethal white ice.
I'm 36, so I was 34 when that happened. And when I flipped, I'm falling, right? I slipped and I'm falling. And in my head, I will never forget the rest of my life. I said, "Don't get the jersey dirty," as I fall. And I turn my body so I lay on my side.
Okay,
And I don't know if you remember me telling you this. People can listen to our old episodes.
sounds familiar.
My whole right side, from my side hip all up to my armpit, was bruised
Oh yeah, that's right.
for a week. Remember, something that was like hard for me to breathe. I was like,
So you should get that checked out. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is that I'm be laying down or moving, and then you discover a new part. It's like, oh man, and my ribs. Oh, that didn't hurt before.
that means
Body's
we're
just
almost
shutting
40.
down now. It's just one by one. He's just like, all right, well, take out his shoulders too. Why not? It's like, oh man, it hurts.
Don't forget that pride.
That was the number one thing that was hurt. Of course, was just sitting there and being like, what happens if the garage door opens right now and Sarah sees this? I
He's
gotta
on the
explain.
ground.
It's like, oh, there's my husband just lying down on the ground of the garage.
Now see, you're so nice. You can see your boy slipping and falling, making sure he's okay, and then wait for his wife to come home. And she opened the garage. I'm on the floor. Ah! And she's just like, "Oh my god!" Right? I mean, I would so do that.
That's your relationship, because with mine, I would think that Sarah would kind of see a moment there, like, oh, he's still breathing and moving. He seems to be okay. And then maybe just close the garage and let me have that moment.
What if Sarah saw you? What if Sarah presses the button, the garage door opens, and you go right on the ground, and she just walks away, garage door open, and finds a long stick and comes back and just pokes you slowly. And you're just like, yeah. Oh, that would be hilarious. Yeah.